the Sacred Heart Music Center in Duluth, Minnesota for the latest installment of Live from the Heart, Songwriters and Storytellers Series. My name is Lynn Abbs, and I'll be your host for tonight. Tonight's live stream is supported by the Minnesota State Arts Board and highlights the finest music talent in the Northland. This monthly series features local songwriters, their creative process, and some stories behind their work. Tonight's guest is Aurora Baer. She's got 2 EPs out and has been a staple of the Duluth music community for over a decade. Ladies and gentlemen, my longtime friend, Aurora Baer.
That's right. Got a little voice in my head that goes thump, 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 says I wish I was dead. I diplomatically inquire, you realize that we will both expire. I don't wanna go. One thing I'll let you know, should've come calling on you. You're gonna have to tell her no, 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 no. Got a little femme in my shed, she goes bump, 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 and she's feeding my head. That shit will make an honest man a liar. Careful, baby, when you play with fire. I don't wanna blow. One thing I'll let you know, she'll come calling on you. You're gonna have to tell her no, 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 no. Got a little man in my bed, he goes hump, 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 then he wishes me dead. I tell him, baby, I'm my one desire, but he's crazy and he can't be satisfied. I don't wanna know. One thing I'll let you know, you come calling on you. You're gonna have to tell him no, 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 no. What a spectacular descent. You never give her get respect. You say your mother won't have it. Now your kids are abandoned and you're on the streets again. No one celebrated your imminent demise. Repeat yourself verbatim. Discrepancies and lies. Can't say that I'm surprised. It's just the way you live your life. Oh, a reckless abandon, a lack of a plan, and a fatal device. And no one celebrated your imminent demise. Repeat yourself verbatim. Discrepancies and lies.
everyone, that was Aurora Baer. Aurora. Still here in the Northland, that's what's up. What's up with you?
Same.
Nice.
Except for now it's summer.
Right. Right. Fabulous summer. Excellent. Excellent. So you've released 2 EPs. Your latest one was Out of My Mind. We did chat about that a little bit on my show more recently. But even more recent than that, you were down in the cities working on your 3rd one. Can we jump into that a little bit? I'm excited.
Yeah, we sure can. We just started tracking, and we tracked a song called Death Drum, which is an anti-military industrial complex song that I also performed here at Sacred Heart just a couple weeks ago, about a month ago.
All right, wonderful. And kind of how was the response to that song? I know there's a lot of different kind of political stances out there at the moment, so how was that song kind of received?
Well, no one has commented on the political aspect of it. I also didn't play it on 4th of July out of just having a minuscule amount of respect for the day, for the people who were enjoying themselves there. So, but as far as the song itself, I'd say it's one that people remember enough to remember the name after they hear it. So
Yeah. The name is actually very powerful. How did you come up with that? Did that kind of come up later, or was it just kind of out of the blue? It kind of rotated in your mind a little bit.
I'm not sure. It probably just was written that way, and then that was the logical words to pick for the name of the song. So,
right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Most of the stuff I write is somewhat unedited. You know, obviously I do edit. You know, as most writers probably do, but a lot of times I keep the original idea and keep the mood of the song. You know.
Yeah, fabulous. Yes, I think your EP Out of My Mind was your most raw yet, and like we had spoken about it before, and it was almost kind of like a catharsis in a way, and kind of letting out all these raw emotions in these tracks that you had. Now, was that just kind of a product of the time that you were in? Was it something that was kind of pent up and rolling around for a while and you just needed to let it out? Or how did that EP come about?
The one that just happened, Out of My Mind?
Yep.
Well, I mean, my writing is always cathartic because I am not anymore the type of songwriter that sits down and I'm going to pick a topic, write a song, you know. The songs that I write are songs that I feel that I need to write. Or like, they're all personal to me. You know what I mean? They all come up from a place of needing to process. So, you know, hopefully other people can feel that as well when they listen to them, you know?
Yeah, perfect. And on the EP Out of My Mind, you brought in a couple guest artists as well. Our friend Kat Fox was in a couple of the songs. Who else did you bring along?
Well, Actual Wolf, a.k.a. Eric Pollard, is the drummer on that, and Alan Sparhawk plays guitar on that, and also produced it. I'm trying to remember who our bass player was, but it's going to take me a second.
That's quite all right. And now you and Alan Sparhawk.
I'm sorry, Vaco, of course, played the bass.
There you go.
Yeah. Just takes a second.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You got to remember back. You're already on to the next project.
Yeah, that's true.
And now you and Alan Sparhawk of Low, you guys have been buddies for quite a while, and he actually produced Out of My Mind. How did that come about? Did he approach you about a project, or did you approach him?
No, I definitely asked him. I just sent him a message, and I was like, hey, I have these songs. You want to hear them? Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people in Duluth know Alan's great sport for trying things out, you know, playing with different local artists, and so he was receptive to it, and there it went.
Fabulous. Is he going to be on the new EP, or has any kind of fingers in that pie?
Well, you're probably aware that Lowe is, I think, touring pretty extensively coming up, so
Right.
Basically the response I got was that he's a little busy.
Fair enough. Now, I remember when you did your very first EP, and I was absolutely proud of you for it. I remember you showed me the CD artwork and everything else, and as soon as it launched on iTunes, I immediately bought it and listened to it for probably a week straight. And your voice is just so bluesy and so unique. And I know we've spoken about it in the past, that it kind of just spiraled out and kind of came about with all of that. But for those who don't know, let's take a jump back into the history of Aurora Baer. You've been singing from a very young age, but really, when did singing kind of grab you and not let go?
Performing?
Yeah.
Like in the modern, like doing shows at bars and stuff. Probably like at 18 or 19, I booked my first gigs.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous. Did you sing in the church choir or anything like that prior to? Or?
Yep, high school choir, church choir. No groups, never like what I do now when I was in high school, you know, just always playing around the campfire and
Nice.
learning from guitar tabs and YouTube. Yeah, I'm highly trained. Highly trained.
It's all good. I mean, you're more of a professional than I'll ever be. So it's absolutely,
come on.
absolutely fabulous. What age did you pick up the guitar?
Like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Played the piano before that.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go. So you've got a little bit of background in music. Was the piano kind of always around the house for you, or was that something that you had to seek out?
I had actual lessons, and I think, I probably played most of my piano at a friend's house or whatever. It wasn't like a steady thing, you know, it's just like I sort of know how to, I guess we had a piano, it just sounded so bad, I hate to say we played it, like it, you know, we tried to play it, but...
Yeah. The out-of-tune piano has come in handy in later years, is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that it was kind of playing, but maybe so many keys didn't work that it was just, you know, it was more plunking.
Yeah. But what did the singer Bjork say? Anything can be music?
Yeah. So. Oh, it was music for sure.
Excellent.
Not pleasant. Not necessarily the most pleasant, but a lot of boogie woogie. That's all I can play on the piano is a C boogie. That's.
Hey, there you go. As long as people are moving and grooving.
No, I don't do that in front of people.
No. Fabulous. To jump into the present now, so are you going to go back down to the cities to record some more? Are you going to record here at Sacred Heart? Kind of, where's the plan?
The plan is in the cities, so Kat's drumming on this, Kat Hansberry, and we have a bass player who lives down there also.
Nice.
Young guy. And the studio is in St. Paul, so it's actually, it's an apartment studio, you know, but the vibe was great. We had a great time there last Sunday, and definitely going back down to do the rest of the songs down there too.
Wonderful. So are you going to kind of take this EP as things kind of come up, or are you hoping to have it done by a set date?
I would not say that we're hoping to have it done by a set date, just because of the travel restrict, you know. No. Short answer, no. Because we might actually incorporate some of the songs off the other one, and so right now we're just trying to get down the new songs, and if that all goes well and doesn't take a year and a half, then we'll maybe toss some of these off of the other EP and release it as a full length. Would be the thing to do. So. All
right, wonderful. And now, if people are interested in hearing your music, you're up on iTunes and Spotify and all those good places. All right, wonderful. And then I believe CD Baby as well.
Yep. Well, that's how I distribute, so it's on CD Baby also.
All right, fabulous, wonderful. Can we hear some more of your wonderful tunes?
Sure.
Get Me Dancing?
I don't know about that. I don't know about
come on.
that, Kristen.
Come on.
They're a little emo. They might be a little more emo than that.
Emo. That's such an old term.
Cool. This song's called Parasite, and this would have been the title track for the EP had I not written Out of My Mind right at the end, which I thought was a more appropriate focal point. As I like to say, this song goes out to your toxic ex. Need this too.
Push me around and mock me while I frown. I'm the kid with lies, You've got a crown, dog spit that's leather bound. Oh, the parasite, You don't love me, you make me your dog. You find out, baby, I'm not your fool. Chip at the base, get the blood on the lace. I'm your trophy wife, make me disgrace, break an egg on my face. I've got no respite, You don't love me, you make me a tool. You find out, baby, I'm not your fool. Town, show my face all around. I'm your lucky dice, Don't make a sound on my neck while I drown. I'm your darkest vice, You don't love me, you make me a tool. You find out, baby, I'm not your fool. Yeah, babe, you're careless and you're cruel. Standing on the new done strong.
Alright, this is the one called Death Drum. This is the track we just tried last Sunday.
Heaven sent, unaware. but it pales in comparison to unwanted touching and forcing and fondling on the ones you said you loved, the ones you said you loved. It's not a good look or a good place to be. In the current social climate, especially, rapist. His lack of control is legendary. Rumors are rampant. I've instead of this in January. Rapist. His lack of control is legendary. Rumors are rampant. I've instead of this in January. All right, cool. Here's the title track. I'm out of my mind, yeah, I'm alright. It's just a temporary thing, and I'm feeling fine, I won't lie. Been getting high, now I'm bleeding on my nose and my eyes are on fire. Well, I've been crying out in silence, looking fine, wasting time. Sometimes wild, I am flying like a broken record, I wanna die. Put your arms around me gently while I cry. Stick around, I'll stabilize. I'm out of my mind, yeah, I'm alright. It's just a temporary thing, and I'm feeling fine, I won't lie. Been getting high, now I'm bleeding out my nose and my eyes are on fire. I'm a statistic, realistically, I'm fine. It's not the first time that I've been here, I'm genetically inclined. It's a trip, I lost my grip upon the time. Textbook madness underlined. I'm out of my mind, yeah, I'm alright. It's just a temporary thing, and I'm feeling fine, I won't lie. Been getting high, now I'm bleeding out my nose and my eyes are on fire. My mind, yeah, I'm alright. It's just a temporary thing, and I'm feeling fine, I won't lie. Been getting high, now I'm bleeding out my nose and I'm out of my mind. Oh, you're so kind. That one? Do we have one more after the next conversation, right? Then one more. Then we'll do one after. Sweet. Because I like this song and I want to do it, yeah. This is great. Thank you so much for having me. It's wonderful. Show me your sound, what do they call those? Sound effects city.
There you go, exactly, yeah. Yeah, if you ever need a kind of person, just call me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
That's the two of us, and now we need to make a cartoon show.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Aurora, thank you so much for playing several of my favorite songs. You definitely got me dancing. I had to move off the stage because I was wiggling too much, so nobody needs to see me wiggle.
I disagree, but whatever.
Fair enough. And now your songs are so rich, and you've got such this plethora of experiences and stories that you come up. Can we talk a little bit about the lyrics and kind of how they culminate? Somebody once said, write about what you know about, and just knowing you throughout all the years, I know that you know a lot. So how do your lyrics kind of come about? Do you start off with an idea? Do you kind of just start with maybe a guitar chord or something like that? How does that culminate?
I think it's easiest for me when I get a riff and like a phrase together, If I'm like jamming, spitballing. It's good to have, I like the theme with the music, just because that's kind of, I don't know, the essence of the song sometimes, I'm not saying I haven't changed concepts. I certainly have like rewritten choruses where it ended up very differently, but yeah, usually it's a line or two, and then I identify what the concept is around that, and then flesh the song out from there.
Yeah. How long does it take you to write a song?
I mean, that's anywhere from a day to however long it sits there, I have far too many ideas, so some of them, were around for a long time before I incorporated them into a song.
Yeah, perfect. And
most of my lyrics are feely. Most of my lyrics are about feelings. You hear a couple social justice songs in there, and then, like the song Shaner off the last record is about a man who passed away from, drinking and poor health, and so that song's a little different. That one is, if you listen to it, it's more like a listing. It's more like, kind of the story of cleaning his house after, and just like the feeling of being in there and like what was in the house. So that one's a little, that's more of a story song, whereas some of these are more like conceptual,
Yeah, you definitely have a lot to say, and you pack a lot into just a 3-4 minute song, which is something I've always admired about you. You take the listener on this plethora journey of ideas and concepts, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you've got a absolute beautiful voice to match. Your voice is extremely unique. I've been saying that since day one that we met, and I won't ever stop saying it. But how did you kind of come up with that vein that you've found for yourself? Was that just throughout the years of singing and kind of finding your niche, or have you always been kind of more attracted to the blues and kind of almost a jazz vibe in a way?
Oh, good question. Well, I think my voice changes every time I pick up like a new influence or get into a certain artist for a long time. Then I start to hear that in my voice. So I really never listened to pop music forever and never listened to pop music. It was like anti-pop, oh, pop music, so bad. And now I listen to almost only pop music. So I started listening to Miley Cyrus. So basically her song Slide Away, when she did it live on the VMAs or whatever it was, I was like, what? Who? That's not the Miley Cyrus I know. And then I, of course, started getting into her modern stuff. And when you listen to her voice, that's kind of what I've been trying to pattern mine off a little bit with some of these like rock and roll riffs is kind of that. She just has like this presence is what's going on, and of course the tone of her voice has changed a ton, so.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a modern influence, I would say.
Yeah, I can definitely hear the power in your voice, so I think you've definitely tapped into that vein. So I'm kind of excited to see where you take it next. And like I said, your voice is just so rich and deep that you definitely have a very unique presence and a very unique power to it. So
thanks.
please don't ever stop.
Oh, thank you. That's kind. Thank you.
Yeah. So you write more kind of songs from an emotional standpoint, kind of catharsis, like we were speaking earlier. You've written a couple songs about experiences, which, like I said earlier, you've had quite a few of them. We've had quite a few together, actually, throughout the years. But I know you've also done a lot of traveling in your time here, going up north, living here in Minnesota, living down in the Twin Cities. You lived in Tennessee at one point in time. How has kind of your different living experiences influenced your music? Is there any kind of Tennessee vibes coming through? Any Memphis coming through in your music?
Well, I'm trying to think if any of these songs were written in Nashville.
Nashville, sorry.
I would assume, I was in Tennessee also, but I would assume that at least a couple of the songs that made it onto the last EP at least kind of originated. I remember having a couple, like that one I just played in my dreams. I know I had that riff down there. So I was writing, was inspired by being there. So that, I guess the way you could say it was influenced is that everywhere I go, I get a little, it's something about the traveling for me that kind of gets me feeling creative sometimes. So,
Right. Yeah.
so each time, that's why I have to keep moving constantly.
Change of scenery never hurt anybody. I mean,
It's the old geographical fix. It's going to work one of these times.
it is.
It really
yes,
is.
Yes. And then when you move somewhere warm, I'll just come and visit,
Oh,
right?
man, you're not wrong.
Fabulous. So what's...
Maybe a little less humid. Can we turn
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Arizona.
Okay, Arizona. I'm about it.
It's a dry heat.
Why not?
Is what
Except
I
for
hear.
they maybe don't have much water left.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
California.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Sounds
into
good.
it.
All right. Good. Good. I'm holding you to that.
Yeah, we'll just go back and forth. It's going to be perfect.
Excellent. I love it.
We're at the point in our lives where we have to settle down, Crystal, and we got to get this stability so we can, live in two different places.
There you go. Okay, perfect. You'll live in LA, and I'll
Okay,
live up
okay,
here,
okay.
and we'll just transfer back and forth.
That sounds great.
All right. Well, wonderful. So then when you're a huge star in LA, I can say, I knew her.
No, you still know me. That's my mother-in-law suite back there that Crystal stays in.
There you go. All right. I love it. I love
planned.
it. All right. Plan. So on this upcoming EP, are we going to hear kind of more stories from your travels, kind of more emotion kind of songs? What angle are you going for?
Oh, well, there's at least one, sad, woe is me, heartbroke song. Okay, at least one. And that's when I say emo, that's the song I'm thinking of. It's like, oh, that one has a real emo vibe. But no, I'd say more social justice on this next record. Obviously, so a couple of these songs are pretty, I wouldn't say inflammatory, but they have strong words that cannot be misconstrued if you read them closely. So less personal and maybe more existential or viewing the world.
Now, did that kind of just come about because of the current social climate, or?
No, I haven't done that. Yeah, no. Well, yes, and not current as in the last 2 weeks, right? Because things have really gone a little sideways there. But no. These are from, I don't know, they're just things that have been going on for just about ever.
Yeah. Outside observation, looking in. Perfect. Perfect. Well, I'm excited to hear it and to kind of hear more about it. Do you have kind of a set date for release, or are you just taking it as it comes along?
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, we might release a single. That's kind of, so we might release 2 tracks off of it.
Perfect.
It's kind of what we were chipping at on Sunday, and we're trying to get the Death Drum song done, and maybe one other one will release that a little bit early, and then, when the rest of it's done, maybe in the spring.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Can't tell, really. Can't tell.
Excellent. Well, thank you for showcasing Death Drum for us. What I like about your EPs and your music is it's ever evolving. You're never stagnant, which I think is absolutely fabulous. And I had a professor one time tell me, Crystal, you can't stay in one spot. It doesn't work, especially for art. And you definitely embody that. Even just listening kind of to your EPs and your singles, every single one has almost changed in some way and evolved with you. So I was really excited to hear Death Drum and kind of how rock it kind of is, and it's a little in your face a bit, is that kind of what we're going to hear on this next album?
I think compared to the last one, yeah, absolutely. And also, I didn't really, my guitar tone has changed. I wasn't really into pedals, and we'll have some fun, some crunch and different, some fun stuff on the pedals, so that'll change the sound again, too.
Yeah,
The last record, I would say, had more, cleaner tone. Most of the guitar that was mine on there was a pretty clean tone comparatively, so.
Yeah. So what brought about the kind of guitar change and adding pedals? Just kind of more outside influence again, or just kind of trying a different venture?
I mean, the amp sounds fine by itself, but obviously with different pedals, you can just get such a different flavor on different stuff. So I just just picked up a couple. I don't have very many. I'm not a big, not a huge tech head. I don't have a board or anything yet, but yeah, just some variation, right? Variation in tone, because that keeps it interesting and more interesting, more expressive. So yeah.
Yeah, fabulous. And now, Aurora, you've done a lot of traveling. As I stated, you lived in Tennessee and Nashville and all these different
North
places.
Dakota is the one you're forgetting. That's the one and Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean, not like they're so far away, but yeah, those two also.
You've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, at least a couple of places. Yeah.
Hey, more than me.
It's great. I love traveling.
Great.
Highlight.
Awesome. Do you have any stories from your travels that you can share with us?
The first one that popped in my mind is totally inappropriate, so let me just go a little bit deeper than that. No, I can't right off the top of it. Besides, I went through Vietnam, and just being on a motorbike in the East is insanity, absolute insanity. Saw a guy just fall right next to me, just wiped out. Everybody's like, right around him. It's just craziness. You wouldn't even believe it. It's like a 5-way stop, absolutely full of motorbikes, just waves of people. So yeah, you gotta get out. You gotta get out in the world. It's great to do, great to see. I would encourage everyone to go travel while when you can.
Yeah. So what led you to Vietnam? I mean, that's kind of a far cry from Minnesota, Wisconsin, and North Dakota.
Yeah. Well, my dad lives in Cambodia now, so or lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
It's on the way back.
There you go.
Vietnam
All
was
right.
cool, for sure.
Nice, nice. And I think when you had come back from that trip, you were saying that you had kind of slept in a hammock and, outdoor tents and stuff like that. And yeah, I've seen videos over there, and it's absolutely chaotic. I know myself, I wouldn't be able to handle something like that.
As far as the traffic?
Yeah, the
it's
traffic
a little different
and
than
the
here, right?
people.
It's a little different.
Yeah. How was the cuisine over there?
Lots of vegetables. Yeah, and I mean, I always eat curries and stuff. It was good. That part was good.
Excellent, excellent. How was sleeping in a hammock?
It was, well, the sleeping situation was not bad. There were lizards in the rafters and, mice, in the roofs and stuff. And that's just, it's okay. You have a net over you, you're fine. Yeah, you're very in it. You're very, very close to nature.
I was going to ask, did you have to sleep with one of those mosquito nets?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it was, honestly, there was less critters than I thought there were going to be. As far as, snakes and things, it was chill, but they're there, but not in the number that I thought it would be. Snakes. No.
No snakes.
See, that's one of those preconceived notions, and you go there, you're like, oh, no, not as many snakes as I thought.
Nice, nice. Are you going to put out any songs about your time in Vietnam?
Actually, that's funny that you would bring that up. We just recorded a song called Meet Me in Thailand that actually is music that's not even from Thailand. It's a conglomeration. It's a cultural conglomeration, okay, with the acknowledgement that it's roots music, African music kind of bleeding, and it's kind of a reggae-ish, has an upbeat on it, so it's actually very happy. And yeah, that one's definitely about the East, for sure. So, and I think I wrote that one in Nashville too.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually demoed that out when I lived in Nashville, and then we recorded it with Timmy from Trampled by Turtles and Lefty of the Black Eyed Snakes, etc.
Nice, fabulous. Are you going to release that one as a single then, or?
Yeah, that will probably not make it on the album just because the tone, it's just in a totally different vibe.
Yeah, different realm.
just a weird little happy song at the end. Okay.
That's
Maybe
okay.
we will as a secret song.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You
No
have
one
to
buys CDs anymore.
Oh,
No,
come
they do. Yeah.
I'll buy CDs just to hear that song,
I feel
that
like a
hidden song
Yeah.
at the very end.
Do you think on like the Marilyn Manson record that has that big secret song, do you think it's just blank space on Spotify for like 110 seconds or whatever that like the song ends and you're like, why? And then all of a sudden, yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
It's just like 100 blank tracks.
Yep,
Nice.
yep. I've bought albums on iTunes and they've got the secret song on there and it's dead space, dead space, dead,
Dead
space.
space,
And
okay,
then it'll
they do
pick
it.
up again.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm
they're
not-
on there.
I'm not doing that.
No, won't put people through that.
I'm not gonna put anybody through that. Yeah, you get confused. Shut the stereo off.
I
It
love it.
scares you because you forgot you were listening to a CD. Startled. Okay, we've gone.
Or you wonder if your phone's gone on the fritz. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Excellent, excellent. So we had talked a little bit about your lyrics, your kind of songwriting, how that's kind of changed. You're working on an EP. Are you going to work on any tour dates or anything like that at this time, or is the next album kind of the focus?
Yeah, the way my life is now, I think my main focus is just getting into the studio and working on original music. I don't quite feel like I have the flexibility to do much like touring, so I just want to make some good music. You know, just get my discography built up a little bit, get like get a full-length record to push and things like that before that would happen. And of course, in the future, anything's possible. But yeah, I just pick up a couple gigs here and there, and then try and work on the original stuff, pretty much.
Yeah. And also, on that note, you've done a few live streams as well. How has that been for you? Have they been kind of well received? Are you still kind of doing those? Or have they kind of gone to the wayside now that the pandemic has kind of subsided a little bit?
You mean like on my like social media page live streaming?
Yeah, social media, things like that.
When COVID first hit, I definitely did a few, and I've kind of drifted away from it. I tried to get a better tech set up, and I couldn't quite get it to work, and I kind of just gave up on the live streams. I think it's cool. I think it's great that it's available, and I think it's great that people keep doing it. It's nice to have that stuff, you know, right on the internet, and your friends are there and all that. But what we did weren't these shows. The last couple I did here were live streams, so that it's still going out on the internet.
Right, and this is a live stream as well. Hey. I know.
Oh, I forgot.
Whoops.
I'm not in my living room? How did I get here?
You wear heels in your living room?
Oh, you know it. I only wear heels in my living room. I didn't mean that. I wear only heels in my living room. I mean...
I love it. I love it. Well, Aurora, I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited to see what's in store in the future, to hear new music from you. I'm excited about the new single that's going to be dropping here at some point, sounds pretty soon, and the latest album that you've got coming out.
Yeah.
All
Hopefully
right.
in the fall on the single, hopefully like, let's, maybe by October have a couple out, so.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll
Wonderful.
let you know for sure.
Excellent. Wonderful. Well, I think we'll hear one more song, and
All right.
all right,
Great.
fabulous. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
So thanks again to Aurora Baer for appearing on Live from the Heart, Songwriters and Storytellers Series. A big thank you to Eric Swanson for running the sound, and Jose Leon and crew for video production tonight. Live from the Heart is brought to you by the Sacred Heart Music Center with support from the Minnesota State Arts Board. You can go to www.sacredheartmusic.org and find out what's coming up next for the Music Center. Information is also available at Sacred Heart Facebook and Instagram pages. Now, one more song from the very talented Aurora Baer.
Restless man abandoned me. He proved me once, that's enough for
Thanks so much.